KUAM News headlines are presented by Calvo's Insurance, protecting Micronesia for 85 years. Matson and the Adai Itano program. Apply at matson.com and McDonald's of Guam. I'm loving it.
Ahead on KUAM News Primetime.
A bill that would bring $77 million to the Guam Department of Education heads to the governor's desk.
Guam's only public animal shelter says no more cute animal photos as they lose their only camera and are now seeking the community's help. This story coming up.
We introduce you to one of 3 finalists for Guam Teacher of the Year. I'm Janice Carrasco, and I will take you to the home of the Wildcats.
From all of us here on Harmon Loop Road in the KUAM Newsroom, Hafade and good evening everybody on this Memorial Day Monday, and thank you to all of you who served. These are your top stories for tonight. A major funding boost for Guam's public schools is now a single step away from becoming public policy as lawmakers unanimously passed a bill that could unlock millions in long-restricted education funding.
A unanimous vote from the Guam legislature is moving millions closer to Guam's classrooms. Senator Vince Borja announcing Bill 309-38 has passed, sending it to the governor's desk and potentially freeing up about $77 million for the Department of Education. The funding, previously restricted or lapsed, could now be used to address some of the system's most urgent needs, from storm recovery to long-delayed repairs. According to GDOE's own audit, the funds include about $26 million in lapsed money and $51 million in federal reimbursements. Education leaders say the flexibility built into the bill is key, allowing the department to target critical needs across campuses. That includes capital improvements, typhoon recovery, campus upgrades, and instructional equipment. One of the top priorities, reopening FB Leon Guerrero Middle School. Officials estimate about $10 million is needed to restore essential systems like fire safety, classroom equipment, and infrastructure. Deputy Superintendent for Finance Franklin Leon Guerrero says the department is ready to move with procurement plans already in place. The bill also builds in accountability, requiring quarterly reports to lawmakers on how the money is spent. With bipartisan support behind it, education leaders say the funding could make a critical difference as schools prepare for the next school year. If signed into law, the funding could be deployed as early as this fiscal year.
And we continue to talk about your elected lawmakers as senators are moving forward on bills that could impact both our island's environment and our tourism districts, while a controversial proposal at the island's public hospital fell short.
Senators on Thursday advanced legislation that would ban deep-sea mining in Guam's waters and crack down on neglected properties in hotel zones. Vice Speaker Tony Atta's bill would allow the Department of Public Works to adopt an international property code targeting deteriorating buildings, overgrown lots, and graffiti in tourist areas. Under the proposal, property owners could face fines ranging from $25 up to $5,000 for violations. Atta says the measure is about restoring pride in high-visibility areas like Tumon. Lawmakers also moved forward with Senator Therese Terlahi's bill to ban deep-sea mining, a preemptive step aimed at protecting marine ecosystems and preventing Guam from being used as a staging area for future operations. Terlahi warned of the scale and the unknown risks of mining, noting the federal government is eyeing a massive area of seafloor for potential leases. Supporters say the bill sends a strong message, even as federal agencies continue to explore options. But not all measures moved ahead. A bill that would have allowed Guam Memorial Hospital to outsource dietary and cafeteria services failed to advance after concerns over the impact on about 55 employees. Supporters argue the plan could save more than $1 million a year, money that could be reinvested into patient care. But opponents pushed back, raising questions about job security and priorities. The measure failed to reach the voting file, leaving the future of the proposal uncertain. The bills on deep-sea mining and property standards now head to a final vote by the legislature.
Well, school may have officially ended after Super Typhoon Sinlaku devastated the islands up north in the CNMI. However, the region's public school system is still working hard to provide learning opportunities for students at home through thousands of enrichment packets and an online summer program. Marianas Press spoke with Dr. Lorraine Catienza about ongoing efforts to keep students engaged throughout the summer.
Even with campuses closed following Super Typhoon Sinlaku, the CNMI public school system is finding ways to keep students learning, from printed packets to online courses. Dr. Lorraine Catienza, Interim Senior Director for Curriculum and Instruction, says demand has been strong from the start.
So we are getting ready for our second week of distribution. We have behind us here all of the packets that we printed out. We are distributing at 8 sites now, inclusive of Tinian and Rhoda. It's a total of 12 sites. And so last week we distributed about 1,700 learning packets. The interest was very high from our parents and students. So this week we upped the number and we are distributing close to 3,000 packets for our interested students and families who want to get those packets in their hands.
Packets are now being distributed across multiple sites, including Saipan, Tinian, and Rhoda, reaching students even as many areas remain without power. And for those who complete their work, there's a little extra incentive.
For those who have completed last week's learning packets, we kindly ask them to bring those completed packets to any of the Grab and Learn / Grab and Go sites. They can hand it in to any of our staff there and they'll get a small prize for completing the packet.
Catienza says the first round of materials focused heavily on literacy, pulled together quickly despite limited resources following the storm.
So last week really focused on literacy. We did not have access to printing last week, so we were able to work with our Title I teachers who gathered as many resources they had physically, and they tore from their supplemental workbooks all of the resources that we put out for the packet distribution last week. This week we were able to print. Some of the offices here at Central Office have printing access, so we were able to combine some math work, SCL, social emotional learning, reading, and a variety of weekly resources.
For students with internet access, an online summer program is also underway, with registration open through May 29th.
We opened up technically just yesterday a registration for our online courses. We do this every term. We were really considering if it was feasible for us to do a summer online term, but we had a lot of students and counselors reach out sharing that they were very interested. As of today, there's nearly 300 students registered already.
Catienza says the goal is to help students stay engaged and even get ahead despite the disruptions.
Back here at home, and specifically from Jigo, our island's only animal shelter is seeking the community's help as their only camera went missing. Guam Animals in Need took to social media earlier this week with a post titled, "No More Cute Animal Photos." Game manager Stephanie DeForge told KUAM News that the camera had, quote, walked away after the animal shelter was receiving a donation from Home Depot. Now, those donations from the company included supplies for Gain, as well as totes to send to the Saipan Humane Society to assist in their recovery following the damages left behind from Super Typhoon Sinlaku. Now, according to DeForge, the camera was set aside while they were loading the donation supplies, but when they returned, it was nowhere to be found. She says that the camera was an important asset to the shelter as they saw an increase in adoptions after Gain started taking high-quality images of their animals. She adds that the local photography community is stepping up to volunteer their time and to take images of the animals there, and some folks who are willing to donate a camera are doing so as well. Yet what cannot be replaced is the memory card that was inside the camera, which is now, once again, missing.
All the photos are puppies, dogs, the staff here having a good time, behind the scene photos. It's a memory card of happy memories of good times here at the shelter. And while we download regularly, losing that memory card, I think, was a little bit more devastating, just because there are some memories on there that we would like to have held on for a bit longer. So yeah, if the camera walks back in, fabulous, wonderful, no questions asked. We're not out there to get at anybody or get revenge. It's not what we're about. But being able to just replace it or get it back is what's going to allow us to keep doing our good work.
Now, Gain is also seeking donations to replace the camera and as a means to aid the shelter in its campaigns to get our furry friends into their new forever homes. You can find that link by visiting the Guam Animals in Need website at guamanimals.org or our site at KUAM.com. Now let's transition, if we can, in the best way we can, to crime news, as a court hearing for a pair of men accused in a police chase and shooting incident has been delayed after one of those suspects failed to appear due to injuries. Herrick Suda Andrew and Wayner George were scheduled to appear in Superior Court on Thursday, facing charges stemming from a May 3rd incident in which they allegedly led the Guam Police Department officers on a chase following a failed drug deal connection. Court documents do state the pursuit ended up in Dedido when the vehicle backed into an officer, injuring his leg and prompting police to open fire. George appeared virtually from the Department of Corrections, but Andrew did not, with his attorney telling the court he remains hospitalized and is recovering from gunshot wounds. A judge ordered the hearing delayed for a week, saying Andrew's presence cannot be waived. Should he remain in the hospital, the court may call him directly to proceed. Andrew will be held on $25,000 cash bail upon release, while George remains in custody on $75,000 bail as his attorney moves to withdraw from the case due to a conflict of interest. There are many more news headlines coming up on this Memorial Day edition of Primetime, everybody, so please keep watching. We're back in a flash.
This Memorial Day, save big at Kmart. Upgrade your home with incredible deals on home appliances, including full-size refrigerators from brands like Hisense and Wizard, starting at just $4.99. Refresh every room with stylish, affordable furniture made for comfort and everyday living. And get the sleep you've been dreaming of with the new Eon Home Mattress Collection. All in stock and ready to take home today. Don't wait. Shop these Memorial Day savings now at Kmart.
Everyone has goals. Saying yes helps you get there.
Retirement, huh?
Yes. When is it your turn?
I'm working on it.
And well-deserved.
Could I be a truck guy?
Oh yeah, we totally see truck guy.
Can we really do that right now?
Yeah, wild, right?
Can we start that college fund?
Yes. Because yes is so much more than the answer to a question. First Hawaiian Bank. It all starts with yes.
Welcome back to Primetime, everybody. And with the school year winding down, the question on all the education community's mind is, who will be crowned the Guam Department of Education Teacher of the Year? So we're shining light on the three incredible finalists. And first up, we introduce you to a teacher in Barrigada from Untalan Middle School, Madrid Borja, who happily teaches 8th grade reading.
Hafaday, my name is Madrid Borja. I teach 8th grade reading here at Onsalan Middle School. This is my 21st year of teaching, and I am a Guam Teacher of the Year finalist. Yeah, this is my second time around, and both times it's just been very, very flattering. It's an honor to be recognized. The way that they respond in classes, you know, how they listen and pay attention, and how much they grow and learn throughout the year. That's really what gives us that feeling that we have accomplished something throughout the year. Well, I think all teachers should definitely have patience. That's a huge thing, but I think that goes without saying. And definitely, you need to have like a drive to make change, and you have to want to change their minds from I have to be in this class to I like being in this class, because that's where the change happens. That's where they really figure out that this is worth learning, you know, this is worth paying attention and to, and this teacher can really show me, you know, some interesting and fun and educational things that can help me in the future. I try to build their confidence. You know, a lot of students come into my classroom thinking, oh man, it's all about reading and I'm not a good reader. And then they want to, they've already told themselves that they're not gonna be good at it, they're not gonna like it. But if I try and make it fun, if I try to make it engaging, if I try to build their confidence and let them know that you can do this can be fun, we can have a good time, we can learn a lot, you guys can grow together, and this can help you in not just this class, but in all of your classes. It's gonna help you when you leave me and go to high school, because they're gonna leave me. Why do you guys wanna leave me? You guys wanna leave or you wanna stay? Stay, okay. I incorporate technology while they're doing projects or doing assignments and stuff like that. We have a whole class out of laptops here. We're very fortunate. I do want to, you know, incorporate technology when I can, but I want them to know that there are also, you know, a lot of tools out there that they can use if they don't have those types of devices and abilities at home. Some students don't have devices or internet and things like that at home. So we gotta balance it. When I see these students 10 years from now, 15 years from now, and I run into them at, you know, the grocery store, or I run into them at the hardware store, and they're like, Miss, remember me? I was such a troublemaker. Now I'm the manager here, and I have, you know, I have a family. And at the time, I didn't know. I didn't listen, you know, and I didn't appreciate the lessons that you guys were telling us and stuff like that. But now I know, now I get it. It took a while, you know. That's the kind of stuff that really inspires me and pushes me to go forward. Is I just want to help the island. You know, I want to help build the next generations. My advice to new teachers would be to keep that fire burning. Don't let other people's cynicism or negativity prevent you from shining and doing all the things that you dreamed of, and making this job and this profession what you wanted it to be and you expected it to be.
Now for a look at your world at home.
Huge shout out in Masi to the hardworking crews that continue to clean up the beach so that all of us can enjoy Mother Nature safely and happily.
Now it pays to spread the Better Together experience. With our brand new referral program, you can earn up to $150 in account credits for every referral you bring in. That's right, family, neighbors, friends, even your coworkers. Just pass them your account name and account number. When they sign up for Docomo Pacific service and drop your info, cha-ching! Credit apply. So spread the word and start stacking those savings. Additional conditions may apply. Docomo Pacific, we're better together.
Yap like you've never yapped before, with all new drinks, only at McDonald's.
Tonight's sports feature is brought to you by Cars Plus.
Wesley kicks out. Simon, big three. Oh, baby! Wesley kicks out. Simon, big three. Oh, baby!
Don't need a work break, keep the smile on your face. The moments you can't replace, and I'll be around. Whoa, you can count on me. You can count on me for life.
Wherever life takes you, we're always here for you. Calvo's Insurance. Count on us for life.
Memorial Day is a time to honor those who ensure our freedoms. It's also a time to hit the road, gather with family, and celebrate the American spirit. During the Declaration of Deals, drive a truck built with the strength, capability, and confidence America depends on. Get into a Ram 1500 with up to $4,000 cash allowance. And every Ram has a 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain limited warranty. Or get into a Jeep Wrangler with up to $2,500 cash allowance. Visit Cars Plus Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram today.
News Bites is brought to you by Docomo Pacific Better Together, Fresco Clothing, original custom design apparel of Guam and the Marianas.
The school year may be winding down, but you know what that means? Summertime is right around the corner, and that means we have got News Bites all summertime long. We're going to show you what's happening all over the place. East Coast, West Coast, way up in Jigo. Even maybe if something's happening up at Anderson Air Force Base, way all the way down to Humatic, we are going to bring you the constant variety of what happens here on Guam, how you can get involved, and how much fun you're going to have doing it. It's going to be a great summer, everybody. All right, Hot girl summer is cool, like on Instagram. We're gonna news bites summer, right? Can we make that trending? Can we possibly? Okay, let's make that happen. All right, let's get to it. All right, Purple Gala is coming up, and Bloom in Hope is what we want you to support, because we do. Victims Advocates reaching out, it does a wonderful, wonderful job for our island community, supporting people that have been in situations of domestic abuse. Please make sure to support them for the Purple Gala. Bloom in Hope, it is on October 10th. It's a ways off, but we can never stop supporting Victims Advocates reaching out. Please make sure to join us in supporting our friends over there at Vero. We'll tell you more about this on the news, all of our social media channels, as we get closer and closer to their fall time gala. All right, that's after the summer. All right, what else have we got? Project U, we've been telling you about that. Reaching out, like, what a great way to start your summer. See, we're all involving this with summer, right? Young people learning from our island's very best, right? To protect and serve. You know, there's a reason why we call the men and women of the Guam Police Department Guam's finest, all right? They've gone through training, they wear the badge, and they want to connect to island youth and teach them how to make smart choices, how to be stewards of our community, how to practice good citizenship, and just be awesome islanders, right? So through the magic of sports, you guys know I'm all about that. Leadership and life skills, you are going to be able to make a difference right now. And you can also learn service learning. That's awesome. For those of you who are still in school, you may be incoming seniors and everything, this is a great way to get started on your senior year for service learning. So make sure to scan the QR code and book off or free up some time on May 26th through June 19th, 8 to 3, and it's going to be over in Tijan at the Guam Contractors Association Trades Academy. Good program going on there right now by people that really, really care about impacting the lives of our island youth in a very, very positive way. Shout out to GPD for doing that. All right, and then theater camp. There is a production. There's a reason why we keep telling you this, everybody, because this is a great way to start the summer. See, we're going back to summertime. Summertime. That was a song, at least when I was young. I hope it's still relevant right now. Check on Spotify. Dr. Seuss, I know, did not sing that song, but you know what? You may sing the songs of Dr. Seuss when you take to the stage and perform and produce and work backstage at Seussical the Musical, right? And the theater camp is going to teach you how to do that. You will learn stagecraft. You will learn the wonderful ways of Dr. Seuss because of the 4-H Summer Enrichment Camp by our friends at the UOG Land Grant. It is amazing, right? They are going to show you how to make this incredible summertime performance. Summer stock is incredible, right? Theater productions and everything like that. What a great way to start your summer. Just because school is out doesn't mean you have to stop learning, stop creating, stop innovating, and stop dreaming. And that is what 4-H has always done, all the way back to like when I was a little kid. Make sure to get involved with that. So once again, we have Vero's event coming up, we have Project U, and then we have the Seussical the Musical. And when you guys do your production, send us a DM at KUAM News on all of our social media platforms, because we want to go out there and cover you guys and show you guys how awesome you guys are. All right, summertime, as I said, about to start, but not until we mention tonight's birthday shout-outs.
Okay, everybody, happy birthday on this Monday to Maureen Nanetti Leon Guerrero Dupree. Happy birthday number 54 to an amazing wife, mom, and grandma. Also an amazing sister and Nina and auntie and everything. Your birthday shout out says, we are always thinking about you from near and far, and we love you so much, and we hope you have a beautiful celebration. Say your husband, your children, your grandchildren, and the entire familia. Want to wish your special someone a happy birthday? Just click the QR code here on your screen or email birthdayclub@kuam.com.
That is your report, everybody, for this Memorial Day. But please, at some time during this day, and every day for that matter, take a moment to think and thank those who made the ultimate sacrifice in defense of liberty and freedom for our country. For all of us here at KUAM, thanks for watching. Good night.
Hafaday, and welcome to this segment of the interview, a segment where we dive in depth on topics with newsmakers in our community. I'm Nevaeh Anderson, and tonight we are joined by Acting Director of the Department of Corrections, Joseph Carbolito. Thank you so much for being here.
Hi, thank you for having me.
How are you doing?
Good.
Good. Well, for those who may not be aware, this isn't the first time that you've stepped into this role as Acting Director. I believe it was about 6 years ago, the first time that you became the Acting Director. So just to get us started, now that you've returned, When you first served as director, what were the biggest challenges that DOC was facing at the time, and maybe how have they evolved or even stayed the same now that you're back in the role?
Yeah, so I want to say it was a very difficult time when I first came in because COVID hit the island. It was at the height of COVID, and you know, policies had to be made to adjust to that environment, right?
Right.
To protect not just the prisoners, but also the personnel, you know, under the Department of Corrections. And you know, aside from that, you know, because we're now you know, where we're at today, everything has changed, right? We're pretty much back to normal. There's no more isolations, no more mandatory quarantines. You know, the Bureau of Prisons no longer also track you know, COVID. So we're back to normal with that. So that's how it evolved. We're no longer, you know, doing what we did 6 years ago compared to now. But aside from that, of course, staffing.